or allow video. Let me allow video. Let me allow video. The video file. Okay, that video. Yeah. Okay. Hello, everyone. Hello, hello. Class. This is going to be a question and answer session. Not stressful, relax, been a long day. Question and answer session. 30 minutes and we are done. That's right. Yes. Okay. We have our physical participants in the class, so it's going to be question and answer. If you have any question, you could just put it in the chat box and we'll answer your question. Question and answer session. 30 minutes and we are done. Also, you also learn on the session, because when a question is asked and it's being answered, you will learn. You also learn as well. So it's learning, it's questions, it's answer, it's an interactive session. Okay, let's have your question. I have questions here by my participant, and I will start by okay. Okay. So I have questions by my physical participants, and I'll answer the questions. I'll read them out and I'll answer them. Number one question: what goods can be exported and what goods can't? What goods can be exported out of Nigeria and what goods are contraband? That's what you mean. What goods can be exported out of Nigeria and what goods are contraband? Goods that can be exported out of Nigeria, consumer goods, easily. Indomie, butter, sardine, soft drinks can easily be exported. Let me repeat the question. I think Mr. Pascal just connected with us audio. The first question here is, what good can be exported to Nigeria and be exported out of Nigeria, and what goods are contraband? What goods can be exported outside Nigeria and what goods are contraband? Goods that can be exported out of Nigeria are consumer goods like Indomie, butter, sardine. Those goods can easily be exported out of Nigeria. Our normal cosmetic, Dudu or Sun, all those things can be exported. But when you are exporting things like cosmetics, if it contains some harmful chemicals, it's contraband, right? If you want to export, say, anything that contains chicken products to the UK, contraband. Anything that contains chicken products, maybe the sausage was made with chicken, maybe the spice has chicken, maybe the Maggi cube has chicken, anything chicken, contraband outside Nigeria. If you're exporting it, I know to the UK, chicken products are contraband, right? Consumer goods, you can send them. All those Nigerian foodstuffs, gari, beans, palm oil, coconut oil, dehydrated vegetables, stockfish, you can send all those things. Then we have things they call luxurious goods, right? Things like wine is luxurious. Some jewelries are contraband. Yes, some jewelries are contraband. That is why people smuggle it, right? Jewelries, some jewelries are contraband. Some gun, all these weapons, they are contraband. Before you can take it outside Nigeria, you have to have a special permit for some wine that you drink. For some tobacco products, some are contraband, right? If you take, let me give an example. Within Europe, right? If I buy, say, a little quantity of tobacco, let's say I buy it in Poland and I'm going to the UK, I went on vacation to Poland and I'm returning back. I live in the UK, but I went to Poland for vacation. I'm returning back, right, to the UK. I have just little quantity of tobacco. They will allow me to go, right? But if I have a large quantity, some products are okay, but if you have it in a large quantity, it becomes contraband, right? Some products are okay, but when you now have it in a large quantity, it becomes contraband. Even cash, if you are carrying dollars outside Nigeria, if it's above $10,000, you must declare, right, that I have more than $10,000 in my possession. So some products are contraband in itself. Some products are contraband if it's in excess. It now becomes contraband. Chicken products, anything chicken, Maggi in chicken, spice in chicken, is contraband in the UK. It's contraband. Also, because there's something they call poaching in African countries. It's called poaching, right? So the horns of some animals, some people want to export it to other countries. Let me tell you, if you go to an abattoir in Nigeria, where they kill cows in Nigeria, do you see horns? You will see some horns on the ground. There's a market for it. There's a market in Asia that is buying horns. It has high market value, the horns of cow. But before you can send it outside Nigeria, right? Some people try to smuggle it. But if you can send it outside Nigeria, you have to get your special permits, all the special. But some people don't want to get those permits because by the time all this paperwork, and sometimes it's expensive because they know that by the time the thing goes to Asia, Asians are ready to pay a lot of money for those cow horns. It is plenty money. Some animal horns is plenty money. That's why there's a lot of poaching in Botswana, there's a lot of poaching in Kenya, right? Because it fetches a lot of money. But basic consumer goods, you can go. But anything that has chicken products, contraband. Wine, special permit. Tobacco, some quantity, special permit. Weapons, special permits before it can. And somebody might be saying, oh, they want to export this thing. They want to export guns to Russia. Special permits. Let me talk about his second question. He said, can you list good items that are very lucrative in this country's current economy? Okay. His question is, can you list good items that are very lucrative in this country's current economy? For example, we are thinking of setting up a business here in Nigeria. And you're thinking, what business can I start even in Nigeria before I put things on ground to export? Number one, fast-moving consumer goods that move every single day in Nigeria. Rice, number one. Rice, number one. Groundnut oil, number two. Indomie, sachet tin tomato, semovita, gari, beans. Those things move every single day. Every single day. Sugar, it moves every single day. Rice, beans, gari, groundnut oil, sugar, Indomie, sachet tin tomato, fast-moving consumer goods. It moves every day. Those are things people cannot, they eat in the house almost every day. They deal with it, they're using sugar, they are eating rice, spaghetti. Spaghetti does not even move as much as rice. Rice and beans and gari, all those things move very, very well. So those things are lucrative. Indomie, it moves a lot. What are the do's and don'ts of importing and exporting? Let me start with the don'ts. You have to research each country, regulation. You have to research each country's regulation, each country. I talked about chicken products are not allowed in UK. I know they are also not allowed in Australia. Yes, Australia as well. They are not allowed, right? You have to research. If you are going to Asia, I don't think there's so much rules and regulations about food in Asian countries because Asians are more open for all those food and all that. But for US and for UK and Australia, um chicken products, anything that has chicken, whether the thing is chicken spice, chicken maggi, chicken sausage, whatever, chicken shredded meat, dried chicken, whatever chicken is not allowed. The don'ts of important don't try to supply goods that don't meet the specification. Make sure that every good you supply meets the specification. Don't worry, it's recorded. You don't need to write. It's recorded. We're recording it. So you just relax. Yes. Anything you're sending outside Nigeria, right? Make sure, right, you meet the specification of the international buyer. Make sure you supply the quality they want. Those are the do's. Don't try to cut corners. If you try to cut corners, they might pay you well the first time, but they won't order from you the second time. So don't try to cut corners. Are you guys with me? Are you enjoying this session? Please just in the comment section, just tell me you're enjoying what I'm saying. For those that are online, tell me you're following me, please. Just in the comment section, tell me you are learning something new. Let me see a response from you. How do you identify your customers? Okay, how do you identify your customers? Your customers are your customers. Your customer is somebody that when you are engaging, your engagement, the engagement when you engage with somebody and you see that the person is engaging with you, you have gotten the person's attention. So a customer, first, before you see somebody is a customer, you have gotten the person's attention. Sometimes you are going to the market, right? You did not plan to buy something, but somebody calls you and then you go to the shop and the person is trying to sell something to you. The first thing the person did was to get your attention. There is no buying, there's no selling until you get the buyer's attention. So when you send an email to a buyer and that buyer responds, you have already gotten the buyer's attention. Whether the buyer buys from you or not, you have gotten the buyer's attention. When you put a call across to a buyer and they don't call you back, you didn't get the person's attention. But when there's a correspondence, when there's a reply, you have gotten the buyer's attention. That is how you get the attention of a buyer. So how do you identify your customers? Your customer is ready to buy from you. They are ready for an exchange. You exchange your good and they give you money in return. That's a customer. A customer is somebody that is ready to place an order. When they now finally place an order and make payment, they have become your customer. So it is now left to you to make sure you manage the relationship with your customer. Let me tell you what banks do. When you go to open I have an account with First Bank. I have a savings account with First Bank. I have with different banks, right? On my birthday, right? Let's say around 3, 4 a.m., I receive messages from these different banks, which message on your birthday. Okay. Sorry, there was a little bit of a break then. So how do you identify your customers? A customer is somebody that is willing to pay for that service. That is a customer. They are ready for you to exchange whatever you are offering to them, and they are ready to make a payment. And then customer retention is very, very good. How do you retain your customers' attention? You follow up. If you've not heard from your customer in 2 months, you send them your international buyer, send them a message saying, hello, thanks for purchasing with us. We just want to remind you that we still have good quality products in case you want to make another purchase. So sometimes they'll be, oh, yes. Mr. Pascal that supplied us some palm oil sometime in January, he reached out to us by email, because as you reached out to them, there are other people too that are trying to pitch their own palm oil to your international buyer. Or as you say, oh, yeah, Mr. Pascal, he sent us some palm oil, then the quality was very good. Oh, let's place some order with him. That's customers retention. You are maybe like 2 or 3 months you've not heard from them. You send them an email. Oh, thanks for the last time. Just want to tell you guys I still have quality palm oil in case you want to make another purchase. Simple email, straight to the point. Does the type of good you want to export or import determine your customers or vice versa? Yes. Whatever good you want to import or export determines your customer base. You want to export goods to people, to women that just had babies. Yes. You want to send products to people that just had babies. What are you going to send to somebody that let's say there's a big Telegram group, right, of new mothers in Canada. What do new mothers in Canada want? They want to buy Pampers, they want to buy baby wipes, they want to buy coconut oil, they want to buy mild baby products, they want to buy clothing, things to keep their baby warm. So the type of good you want to export or import determines your customers. Yes. So if you want to export, say, items to new mothers, you know what you are going to send to them, a community of new mothers. So anything you are sending, right, you kind of whatever you send. For example, now, right, you want to send bitter leaf, right? You want to send bitter leaf. I want to send bitter leaf to Oyibo, because Oyibo use bitter leaf. No, they don't. Maybe they do, but I don't know what they will use bitter leaf to do. But I want to send bitter leaf to somebody from the Eastern origin, somebody from Anambra, somebody from Enugu. They will say, yes, please send the bitter leaf. Why? Because it is needed. Whatever is needed will generate its own customers. Whatever is needed. So when you're exporting, what that people are targeting, what do they need? You give them what they need. Did I answer your question correctly? Okay. The next question, what are the major guidelines for the importing and exporting of business? Well, for guidelines, there is on the website of Nigerian Economic Council, there's plenty of guidelines there. So our advice should check out guidelines on, the guidelines are plenty because guidelines cut across different products. Guidelines on cassava, on ginger, on charcoal, each one has its own segment. So you can check the website of Nigerian Economic Council, Nigerian Export Promotion Council, guidelines for whatever you want to export. Everything is there, all the information is there. Okay, what are the financial benefits? Good. Financial benefit of exporting, number one, forex. That's our naira comes, collecting dollar. You are chilling, right? You are chilling, you are collecting dollar. At least dollar is stable to a point. Euro is stable to a point. Canadian dollar is stable to a point. US dollar stable to a point. You can trade in dollar in many countries. You can't trade in naira in many countries. Only Nigeria they used to trade in naira. So that's the first advantage, the financial benefits, right? Forex. Then the turnover of pushing your products at once. If you open a shop in Nigeria, you just be selling small. But if you export at once, your turnover, your profits from pushing plenty at once. So the forex and the turnover, which is the profit from pushing plenty product at once, those are the financial benefits. What is the risk of the business? There's risk in everything. Even leaving your house in the morning, there's risk. There's risk in every business. Risk of your products damaged while in transit. Some people have sent goods on the sea, the thing lost. The goods got, yes, some goods even get missing, right? They get missing, not even on the sea. By the time it gets to the port, they're trying to locate, you understand? They're trying to locate the container. So if those are the issues, risk, through sea. Sometimes some products, they can't find the container, sometimes it's mixed up. That is why some people will ship from China. They will say they want, I remember somebody that wanted something small, they shipped another thing to the person. You understand? Those are logistic issues, you understand, with shipping. You want something, maybe you want to start selling glasses, frames in Nigeria. You order for glasses frames, they ship to you electric cord, charger cord. Those are logistics issues and all. So there's always risk in logistics, especially logistics, that the major risk in exports, logistics, moving from one location to the other. Those are the major risks in export, logistics issue. But if you can get a reliable shipper, they will help you to minimize that risk, meaning that they are tracking your goods. If they are sending it from Nigeria to Canada, they are tracking it. When it gets to one port, they've tracked it there. Till it gets to the final, maybe it's Montreal, whether it's Canada, whether it's Toronto, anywhere it's getting to, they will track everything. To when it gets to their warehouse, to when the final person comes to pick it. Shipping company, your logistics company has to do a good work with tracking the goods you send. So there's risk, but at least your logistics company, your shipping company is a reliable one to minimize the risk. I told you guys I will give you people recommendations of reliable shipping companies here in Nigeria. How do you prepare and handle risk? Okay, this is the last question. I think he still has more questions. How do you prepare and handle risk? Risk will come. But if you have told yourself, I'm in this business and I want my business, I want it to compete. I want a business that's sustainable. I want a business that will grow. It means that you are ready to handle risk. Let me tell you something. I supply spices. I supply spices to the government. I supply spices to government when they are having some programs. I supply spices to the government, right? Sometimes I'm supposed to supply spice, say on Monday, and what I'm supplying needs to get to them Monday 4 p.m. That's before the closing of work. What I'm supplying to government needs to get to them on Monday, right? Just before 4 p.m. before they go. What do? I'm sending it from Oshogbo, and they're telling me around 11:30 that they want a good in Ibadan before 4 p.m. What do? I ensure that I have representatives in Ibadan. They want it from Oshogbo. They want me to send it from Oshogbo. I have representatives in Ibadan, right? And I thank God that I have representatives that are reliable. I'm able to talk to them on short notice. I call them and say, hey, Mr. Collins, I'm sending something to Ibadan. Are you available to pick it at the garage and send it there? And the person says yes. And I send it to him. I pay him. He picks it and delivers it before 4 p.m. Once the good is received by the government agency, which I send it to, then they make payment to me. You understand? And they've been patronizing me now for more than 5 years. They've been patronizing me. See, every international buyer wants someone that can meet deadlines at the short possible time. Every international buyer, because sometimes some others are impromptu. Yes, some others are impromptu. Oh, they need their cosmetic industry. They just find out that they need more palm oil. They need someone that can supply them palm oil within. They want their palm oil within 21 days. And they're asking Mr. Pascal, can you supply this palm oil, this quantity, this quality in 21 days? Can you supply it in 21 days? If you know you don't have that quantity, you collaborate with another person, Mr. Lekon, that is producing palm oil, and both of you joint partnership, you send it, and you both of you collect your money and share the profit. So there is going to be risk. One of the risks is orders at a short possible time. If you can beat deadlines, any organization you are able to meet deadlines, they will keep. You have kept them, you have won their hearts. If you can meet a deadline at short possible notice, trust me. Let me tell you about a lady. She's a food vendor in Lagos. I'll mention her name because I want you guys to check her Instagram page. Her name is Adugan Jollof. I would send you guys her Instagram page. You guys should check her out. I talked about her a couple of days ago on my Instagram story. This girl started selling food just 2018, 2019. She started selling jollof rice in Lagos. She's big now. She bought a brand new SUV last year. She bought a brand new tear rubber car last year. Let me tell you how she was able to penetrate Lagos market. Lagos has plenty of people Lagos has plenty of people that are caterers, good caterers, people that have been doing catering business for years. Lagos has a large population. But how did she penetrate into the market? She was able to deliver at shortest possible notice. For example, people need jollof rice around 2 p.m. in the afternoon for an event, and she broke through corporate events. Hello, are you guys with me? You guys online, hello, say hi. Let me know you are with me. Online participants, say hi. Let me know you are with me.
Hi, I'm here.
Hi, good. So this is how she broke into the market, right? People made orders for food, let's say around 8:30 in the morning, and they asked her, can you deliver just before 2 p.m.? And she said yes, she can deliver. That's how she broke into Lagos market. She supplied Bank A. Bank A recommended her to Bank B. Bank B recommended her to Bank C. Bank C recommended her to Bank D. Bank D recommended her to Bank E. Corporate sector. The same thing with international buyers. If you are able to meet deadline of one factory, you supply them per month, they will recommend you to other people. Simple. That is how you will compete in the export market. That is how you will grow. And if you want to export, make sure you have the contact of good suppliers around you. That's why I say if you want suppliers, you go to the place where suppliers are plenty. You want to supply crayfish, don't go and be dealing with Sokoto people. They cannot beat that deadline of crayfish, right, Mr. Lekon? They cannot meet the deadline of crayfish. You want crayfish in large quantity, have more than 10 suppliers that you can on speed dial. You can call them and they can meet up for you to meet up. you have the phone numbers of different suppliers. If you call supplier A, he can meet up. Supplier B, he or she can meet up. Supplier C. But then all of you combine together, you can meet that demand. So that is how you beat risk. You minimize. There will always be risk in business. But if your passion is there, you will overcome that risk. You overcome that risk. Any questions? And my physical class people are giving me questions. Is there any other question? Is there any other question from our online community? Any other questions, please? Okay, how do I build the, what do you want to ask? How do you build the word? Okay, you want to, okay. So my physical participants are asking that how do they build that web of suppliers? They want the suppliers, right? How do I go to associations? Every commodity has an association. Market women, they have their association. Association of crayfish sellers, association of dry fish sellers. They have associations. Just Google Association of Crayfish Sellers in Enugu State. You will see maybe their president, their vice president, their secretary or treasurer, or maybe their administrative, one person contact. You call the person. Yes, go through their associations, go through trade unions. That is how you get large suppliers. They know, because when you have called them, they know that you are legit. Yes, they know that you are legit. And you calling them, you are talking to people that are legit too, because they are under the association. They are trackable. Under the association, they are trackable. So Market Women Association supplying crayfish, palm oil suppliers in Enugu, palm oil suppliers in Benin, they belong to an association. When you Google it, you will most likely see maybe the phone number of their president, their vice president, their secretary, or one of their representatives will be online. Simple. Okay. How do you handle dishonest supplier and extortionists? Say, how do you handle suppliers that are dishonest? Yes, they are dishonest suppliers. They will supply you quality that you do not meet up. They will supply you quantity. How do you handle dishonest suppliers and extortionists? People that trying to take advantage of the situation. Go through associations, right? Meaning that when you start interacting with somebody, you went to the association. When you go to the association, right? If there's any dishonest transaction with your evidence, you can talk to the head of the association. The head of the association can now call that person to order. Is that okay? You understand? Because you have gone through, you did not, that maybe crayfish now. The person gave you crayfish that is plenty sand, that is not clean. I'm just giving you an example, right? Good. And before you started dealing with these people, you went through their association head, their association representative, went through them. If there's any issue, go back to them. Tell them so and so person did not meet their own end of the target. So they will call that person to order. They will hear the side of that person. You understand? They will hear your own side. You have your evidence. And they will do their best to resolve the matter. You understand? So once they are under administration, they respect their leaders. That is how. So that's why when you are doing any transaction with all these suppliers and all, go through their association. Because some people don't want to go to the association because they feel it will be cheaper if they go to the person direct. But in case of anything, any issues that may arise in the future, any issues, when you go through, there's trade association everywhere. Even drivers, they have their association. NURTW, they have the association. In case of anything, you go to the association, they will try as much as possible to resolve the matter. Is that okay? also part of the corruption. He's asking if the head of the association is part of it. Well, in most cases, head of association do not try to merge themselves in dealings that are not legit most of the time. But if a situation like that happens, well, I think that's what they call bad markets. Do you understand? That's what they call bad market. But if you have a representative in that state, say you have maybe a relation in Akwa Ibom, you understand? You know, when you're dealing with them, you have maybe somebody in that state and all. Your representative that is on ground can help you ensure that everything is resolved. You may not be able, you might be in Oshogo, you might be in another place, you might be in China, you might be in, Canada, you might be in anywhere you are. You have a representative on ground that you can trust. They will try to resolve the matter amicably. You understand? So any discrepancy in business is a normal thing. It's not something that it's not today it started happening and it will keep happening. Sometimes people are trying to play smart. They are trying to supply you the quality that is not. Maybe say you want the quality of 500 naira, they're giving the quality of 400 naira, or they're not giving you the required quantity. They're trying to adulterate. That's the English word I'm looking for. Adulterate is not the pure quality of what you want. Then you may have your association, your representative in that school, and they will try to resolve the matter. But before you trust a supplier with a large bulk order and plenty money, please try testing them with small quantities first. Yes, that's what it is. Try testing them with small quantities first. Over time, you have built your trust, you understand, with that supplier. When you have trusted somebody with small quantity and the person delivered, before you start giving the person large orders. So start with small quantities. Then over time, see that this person is credible. This person has a track record and been supplying you my goods, no issues, you understand? Then, of course, when you supply large orders, the same person will not want to spoil business for themselves. You understand? So start with small first to tell the person's integrity. So I think I've answered that question. Our online community did not ask many questions. You know everything.
I have a question.
Okay.
Yeah. My question is regarding pricing, yeah? Like, is there like standard pricing for like most products, or like how do you make sure that you're buying from producers, and also how do you talk to your buyers? Like, how do you manage the pricing? Say for like Indomie, for instance, how do you talk to them about? Yeah.
Oh, good. So things like Indomie, we have a standard price. Indomie, we have a standard price, meaning that if a 70 gram of Indomie is sold 200 naira in Oshogo, it will be sold 200 naira in Lagos, it will be sold 200 naira in Enugu, it will be sold 200 naira in Jigawa. Those are things that have a standard price. Same with Coke, bottle of Coke or Fanta. But sometimes there's a little bit of depending on the state. Let me give an example. Let's say when cement was 5,000 naira, when it was 5,000 naira in Oshogo, it was not 5,000 naira in Benin because of the cost of moving cement. Building materials, for example, I'm only trying to explain something to that. I'll still go back to the point. Building materials don't have a standard price. Building materials don't have a standard price all over the country because of different factors, where they are manufacturing it, where they are sourcing the raw materials. But most commodity goods have a standard price all over the country, or the difference is not much. You understand? So let's say Indomie is 200 naira in Oshogo, it might be 210 naira in Lagos, it might be 190 in Sokoto. So the difference is not that much. Maybe 10 naira here, 20 naira here, 30 naira here, 50 naira there. It's not that much. Those are standard pricing. You understand? But when you're talking about some other commodities, like say trucks of ginger, trucks of sesame seed, trucks of cocoa, their prices differ depending on where it's located. Cocoa from Osun will be cheaper than if you want to ship cocoa now from Osun to Apapa, Lagos, it will be cheaper than shipping cocoa from Kwara. You understand? To Lagos, because like Osogbo to Kwara is like 2 hours. Any truck driver will calculate the amount, just like how in my first session I had it too earlier today, Mr. Pascal. I told you that you will add your cost of shipping, right, to the individual unit of what you are selling. The person from Kwara will ship, maybe they will ship their own truck of cocoa for 500,000, because they will calculate that from Kwara to Lagos is about, say, 6 hours. So they might fix their own price at 500,000. Osun is okay, from Osun to Lagos is 4 hours. They might fix their own price at, say, 460K. Ogun State, that is very close to Lagos, 1.5, 2 hours. They might fix their own 430,000, 430K, right? So you see that the locations to the ports at the end of the day will affect the pricing, and the location to that raw material affects the pricing. Mango is, if during the season, a lot of mangoes grow I'm from Benue. A lot of mangoes grow in Benue during the season of mango, right? So if somebody wants mango now, mango is growing in other places, so not only Benue, but it's plenty in Benue. So if you are getting it from Benue, you can expect that the price from Benue will be cheaper than the price from Osun, irrespective of whether Lagos is far from Benue is far from Lagos. You know, the port is in Lagos. How it will be shipped from Lagos, right? So for consumer goods, the price is fixed. The difference are not much. Say Indomie is 200 naira in Osun. It might be 200 naira even in Ibadan, 200 naira in Ogun, 200 naira in Edo. The same price. You understand? That is fast moving consumer goods. They are always around the same price, or the difference is not much within different states. But for other things, if they consider the cost of the shipping and the closeness to the raw material. So anything that, if in Enugu now that there's coal, if somebody wants to ship it to Lagos, it will be cheaper than another state that does not have the coal. Did I answer your question?
Yes, it did.
Or is there another sector you want me to elaborate when it comes to pricing? Is there something else?
Yes, I think you mentioned, you covered most of the producer side, but like the people I'm selling to, should I price my stuff, my product at and aim to get like 100% return, or like, I don't know how, yeah.
Okay.
Like say, for instance, I'm sorry to interrupt. Say like somebody's looking for 1 ton, 1 ton of palm oil. Is there like a standard price that they are willing to pay for it?
Okay.
Would they tell me the price of how much they're willing to pay for me to go and source it and then send to them? Or
yes, that's what you call, yes, that is what you call your negotiation. See, if let me tell you something, if you want to supply them 1 ton of palm oil, and you tell them 1 ton of palm oil is 2 million, they will price it. Oh, they will not just give you that 2 million. You understand?
Yeah.
So they will negotiate. That's what I want to do. They will negotiate. So for example, let's say your palm oil, you say 2 million, but you yourself, you are ready to even sell it at, say, 1.6 million. You are ready. You would say, if you see person that is 1.6 million, you are ready. But you tell them that's what you call you say your asking price. My asking price is 2 million. So then we now negotiate. Maybe at the end of the day, they negotiate to say 1.7 M. You understand? You are happy, they are happy. Because you were even ready to sell it at 1.6. You are happy, they are happy.
Okay.
But if they say they want to say 1.5, you keep negotiating and telling them that you have to assure them, I'm giving you the best quality and all.
Mm-hmm.
I think 1.6 is a good buy for both of us. And they might even go out and talk to another person. And at the end of the day, they may see that another person is not even ready to sell it 1.6. The person is on 1.65. For you, are on 1.6. And at the end of the day, you go for your own price. So first and foremost, when you negotiate, you have your asking price. It's a business. It's a business deal.
Yeah.
You watch all those movies now, they negotiate. Trading is negotiate. So but you have to give them your asking price. You will not just tell them your final price like that, too, because they will definitely negotiate. Because they feel that when you give them a price, they feel that they want to feel that they've gotten a good bargain. You understand? Yes. So that's your asking price. You negotiate. Then at the end of the day, you agree to a price that you will make profit. You agree to the terms and conditions that are favorable to you. They might decide to make 70% now, 30% when it finally arrives. They may decide to make 60% now. But they'll make payments. But don't send anything without collecting at least a payment. Don't say, okay, I want to get them. You now no, don't do that. Because you are a mini exporter, you can't take that. Your business can't take that kind of risk. Yes.
Okay. Makes sense.
Yeah.
Thank you. And also for the permits, you did mention that you'll be sending a document that would, describe the permits that we need or one would need, and how to go about getting them. Yeah.
Yes, I was talking about it in the previous class, but I was a little bit distracted because my other phone was ringing. My physical participants were trying to locate the venue, so I was not really organized but now they are here. African time.
That's fine.
About. So they must be able, as an exporter, you must try as much as possible to meet deadlines. If you are seeing that you can't meet the deadline, send an email to them, ask for an extension. Can you give an extension of 7 days? That maybe you are trying, and they reply you, okay, we'll see what we can do. Yes, we give you the extension, and you walk around it. So,
so would you say that this is profitable, like very profitable, or just profitable?
Palm oil is profitable.
Not like palm exporting in general. Yeah.
It is. Exporting is profitable. It is. I remember one time I exported in 1 January. I exported. See, after I collected my money, I was not even pushing my own local business for like 2-3 months. People started asking me that, are you still in business? Because
so what do you export the most?
Pardon?
What do you export most?
Okay, I export spices. Okay. That's what I export. I export spices that I produce myself. Different spices, curry, pepper soup spice, soya spice, which is like barbecue spice, iru, locust bean that Yoruba people use. I process it. So I export spices, to different people, different states. I also supply the government. I supply like 3. I supply Oyo State, Kwara, and Ekiti. I supply the government. They use it for they have these special functions. NYC. I supply them during their NYC camps where they have they're cooking for over 1,000 coppers. I've been supplying them for like 5 years now. Yes.
Wow, that's great.
So I have done business in Nigeria. I've done business outside Nigeria. And you will grow. You will grow. You will learn on the job. You will grow. You will be confident. You'll be ready for risk. I'm ready for risk. I've met deadlines, even impossible deadlines. I'm like, how on earth did I meet this deadline?
That happened.
Yes, and when you're able to meet that deadline, once you see those people, no matter what happens, even if you can't meet deadline the second time, they will be patient with you because they've already liked the way you do business. They see you as credible. Even some of the people I've supplied to, I've never met them in person. I supplied people, I keep talking to them on phone, through chat. I even send them gifts. Like during Christmas, I send them some gifts, like customers. I've never met them in person. They've never met me. We just chat, and I'm doing business with them, and it's moving well.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome. So whatever question, let me see, how many minutes do we have now? What is the time, Mr. Leko? Let me see, what is the time? So we have, okay, 4:20. We'll be ending this session in 2-3 minutes. Any other question? So that everybody can rest. Mr. Pascal, me and him have been doing training since 12. We've been doing training since 12 noon. Oh, yeah, any other question?
Yes, sir.
Before we round up. Don't worry, any other question you think you remember, maybe later on, just send it to me.
Okay.
Put it on the WhatsApp group. You can put it on the WhatsApp group.
Okay.
Just put it on the WhatsApp group so everybody can see the question. Even all these questions I will ask, I will try to type it and send the answers as well. Although this is recorded, but I know that something you keep seeing, you will not forget.
Absolutely. Yes. Thank you. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so we're rounding up. Any other questions? Mr. Leko, any other questions? Okay. So, Mr. Pascal, we have come to the end of the class. Thank you very much.
All right.
When is our next session, Mr. Pascal?
Wednesday.
Wednesday, 12 noon, right?
Yes, that's fine.
Thank you very much. Thanks for participating. Thanks for giving your time. I know it's been a long day of training, but at least you benefited some. So any questions you have, WhatsApp group, all these questions, I'll still type it out, send it to your resource material within a week and get it in your email.
All right, sounds good. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Enjoy the rest of your day.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye.